Today we got the orange cat on the stream. Locus Pocus. Alright, so let's continue the setting boundaries. Yes, you are first, Isaiah, and welcome back to the stream. How have you been since the last time you've been on the stream? Aw, the orange one never stays. He's just very overstimulated all the time. Look, no, you don't have to. You don't have to go. Please. Aw, I can't force him. Great? Great. If you are doing great, I'm doing great. Provide an example when someone has communicated a boundary with you in the following ways. Assertive. I think assertive is what matters most. I'm just gonna skip all that. Because I don't even remember. But the one boundary I do remember is this. It was nicer than that, even though that's super nice, but you know, sometimes being too assertive is bad for people who are a little bit less emotionally mature to not understand that boundaries are not meant to be harmful or mean, you know. It's kind of cold. I'm on call with my friend. Again? That's so nice of your friend to like want to be on call with you a lot. That means your friend really likes you. And then yeah, it is cold. It's like December, right? So it's like winter time. My dog has got hit by a car. Oh my gosh, Isabella, I'm so sorry. Dude, are you okay? Like how did he get hit by a car? Were you on was he on a leash and you were walking and then he just ran into the street or something, or was he like not on a leash and then right now what you should do is take him immediately to the animal hospital. Like make sure he goes to the ER because that could be fatal. I hope he doesn't die, bro. And hopefully he doesn't. But yeah, if you can't afford to take him to the vet, like you should start like a GoFundMe. There's a lot of options you have, but honestly, like that's so unfortunate. It was, inevitable that would happen, but I'm so sorry to hear that, Isabella. I hope things get better for you and your dog. So, no, pay close attention to how you implement your boundaries. It's expected that when you first start expressing limits, you may go at full throttle and be slightly aggressive. Learn as you go. Assertiveness sounds like this. My food wasn't prepared properly. I want a refund. Well, that is a concise boundary, but it is really aggressive as well. Like, that's the thing about it. Like, I want to have boundaries, but I don't want to be aggressive to the point where, like, whoever I'm trying to create a boundary with gets agitated in a way. Like, I tried with my father. I tried to put a boundary, like, please don't put the trash in the kitchen floor. Just put it outside and then take it out. Like, don't leave it there because it's going to contaminate the place. I told him, like, a couple times. And he got mad. He was like, oh, but, you guys always touch my things. Like, it's something completely different off topic. I wouldn't even touch his things. Like, he was trying to find any reason to get mad so that he could get me back because I think I was a little aggressive with that. And they try to be nice, but, like, it's not, assertiveness. I don't know how How do we have boundary without being too assertive, aggressive? I'm not satisfied with my haircut. I would like you to fix it. The next time you're going to be late, please let me know ahead of time. Oof. No one ever wants to be late on purpose, though. How are you gonna... Oh my gosh, these are so scary. I don't want to talk about having kids. Then why'd you get married, bro? Like, how would you... I'm not seeking feedback. What? I'm speaking... Okay, this one makes sense, because if someone's cutting you off and you, like, just staring, like, bro, let me talk. That's gonna build up resentment, unless you say, I'm speaking. I don't want to talk about my dating life. Yes, this is good, this is good. This is something that I would, you know, definitely say if I were to date, but I don't date, but, like, even anything other than dating life, because about my, whatever, my life. I don't feel support. I feel supported when you honor my wishes. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. If someone's not honoring your wishes, be like, I feel supported when you honor my wishes. I would feel supported if you were to honor my wishes. I have to practice that for sure. All these other ones, that's too much for me. I don't think I would be able to say all that. I don't think it's funny to talk about my weight. I do. Kidding. I would never make fun of someone's weight, but I would not be able to say that though. There's nothing to say about my weight though. It's pretty normal, but yeah, I don't have to say any of those things. Yo, what we doing right now? You doing homework or something? Hello, welcome to the stream. Generally Jam. We are doing homework, which is the homework that we set for ourselves. This is the boundaries workbook, and I am trying to do this during winter break so that, hopefully I learn something, a thing or two about boundaries and how, like, I'm able to apply it into my life so that, if in case in the future I ever talk to somebody I'm scared of, I would know how to have boundaries and not fall for anything like that would make me sort of, I don't know, manipulatable. I don't know the word. Like, able to be manipulated easy. I feel like people pleasing, and that is my biggest problem. So like, I'm trying to face that problem and fix myself for the coming year of 2026. But also in general, I think I'm like really scared of people. So talking is a muscle. If you practice talking every single day, even if it's like a live stream to a bunch of people who can't talk to you, it's more like it helps you practice talking, and it like works that muscle so that if you're like you don't have such a hard time with people in real life and stuff like that. Thank you so much, Fatima Chowdhury. Welcome to this stream, and I hope you stick around, because anybody with a Muslim name and a female Muslim at that is kind of target people, the kind of people that I target for my streams, like, since I'm also a Muslim girl. So are you a boy or girl? I'm a girl for sure, inshallah. Not inshallah, just Alhamdulilah. But yeah, it's kind of funny when people ask that, because like, I feel like my voice is pretty girly, but at the same time, a lot of people get confused about that, because it's kind of androgynous. You can't really tell. If you think it's a boy, it sounds like a boy. If you think it's a girl, it sounds like a girl. But yeah, I guess it's helpful so that whoever has like a sickness in their heart, they just go after anyone who's remotely female. They don't, immediately come after me and be like, oh, show me toe pics, because that actually happened before. You're Muslim too? Nice, Nashad Abdul. Alhamdulillah. I also do like reading Riyadus Salihin in the morning, and then also we're reading The Sealed Nectar, which is the biography of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So stay tuned for that, inshallah. You can see some of the last live streams if you want to, look at that for a little bit. But yeah, I hope you guys stick around. It's nice to have some Muslim people in the stream, so alhamdulillah for that. What year Muslim? I've been born Muslim my whole life, so yeah, alhamdulillah. Anyways, how to handle people who don't listen to your boundaries. No matter how assertive you are, there may be some people who challenge your boundaries. When this happens, it's important to remember that you are doing something healthy for yourself. Even though it doesn't feel like it, I know, I feel guilty a lot. Journal prompt: what are your thoughts and feelings about setting boundaries with difficult people? Okay, I'm just gonna say it's flat out. I think it's pointless at some point. Obviously, it doesn't have an effect, a good effect. But in that moment, I would feel it's pointless because I haven't practiced that too much yet. But it's never pointless to set a boundary. Even with people you find super difficult that they won't change their ways, even if they don't change their ways, you're doing the right thing by setting that boundary. And sometimes it's necessary to set those boundaries. We don't, who's going to, you know? You can't expect people to stand up for you all the time. You have to stand up for yourself, and that's courage. That's practicing courage, and inshallah, we become the most courageous people we can. List a few affirmations that might help you follow through with your boundaries. Example, despite my feelings of guilt, I'm acting in my best interest. Beautiful. Hey, welcome back to the stream, Kamal. How have you been? Are you still sick? Are you feeling better? Will you read Quran? I do not recite Quran, but I did read Quran translation. Just because I think reciting Quran is kind of like melodious, and that could fall in the doubtful area of aura, you know, just because like it's like a you know, you're supposed to recite Quran in a melodious tone, in the best tone that you can. And yeah, I would feel uncomfortable doing that in front of a non-mahram. But what grade are you in? That's also something I feel uncomfortable. I'm sorry, like there's a lot of things that I don't like to say, but yeah, I just I do my studying online as well, like on streams. So maybe you could take a guess. I'll not confirm what your guesses are, if they're right or wrong, but you can always guess, and I'd like to see what your guesses are. Better than yesterday, but still sick. Thanks, Julia. How are you? I'm good, alhamdulillah. I'm glad to hear you're feeling better than yesterday. Inshallah, you recover fully. But yeah, just know that sickness is like a purification for you. All the pain that you feel, it's like removing the ores from iron. You know, it's like a cleansing for you for your sins and all. Even if you're doubting, not I mean I don't know if you're doubting, but yeah. Yeah, of course, if you don't feel comfortable, it's fine. Are you a girl? Yes, alhamdulillah, I'm a girl. The name is Juwaria, so for those of you who don't know, Juwaria is the name of the wife of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so, or one of the wives. So, yeah. I can push through even when there's pushback. These are some examples of affirmations to help you follow through with your boundaries. I'm a slim and I'm already gone. I'm 10. Okay. Oh, you mean you're Muslim? Okay, okay, okay. Nice, nice. Nice to hear. Oh, welcome to the stream, Kai. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. How have you been, Kai? Are you done studying, or like how did that exam go that you were studying for? So that's one affirmation. Another affirmation is So, gotta go. Bye, y'all. Good night. Good night, Fatima Jaldi. Assalamu alaikum. Have a good sleep, and inshallah, I'll see you in the future streams. By the way, remember when I told you yesterday that I didn't get any sleep? That's the reason I couldn't join the stream. Oh, I see. I see. That makes sense. Dang, that sounds hard though. I hope you get your rest soon, inshallah. Next weeks are the final exams for the semester. I hope I can pass the classes. Oh my gosh, that's so stressful, Kamal. Um, if you need help, I could try to help you, but I don't know exactly but as long as I'm studying, I hope you feel motivated to study as well. And I'm glad that you're even on the stream, and you will pass those, inshallah. Like as much as you're scared about failing and because you haven't been your best, you are doing so well with everything else, based on your circumstances, that inshallah you this is your chance to redeem yourself, even if you messed up before, even if you didn't do your best before, this is your chance to get back on your saddle and get on with everything that you wish to achieve, inshallah. Wait, guys, I have 10 more minutes, so hi. Hello, welcome back to the stream, Fatima. It's nice that you're sticking around even with the little time that you have, so it's nice. My exams aren't really exams. I'm just trying to get in an academy which is giving scholarships. I mean, why not? Oh, scholarships. Nice. Smart. That's smart, Kai. And, it's good for your parents to not be too burdened with finances and stuff. I'm proud of you for that. Thank you for motivating me. Of course, Kamal. I get motivated by you guys as well when you join the streams. I feel like, I'm making a difference and I should keep going. And you guys are too. And it's an exam for the grade it just gave last month. Is it a hard exam, Kai? Kai, what grade are you in? If you're comfortable to share. Oh yeah, that's a good question. I've never asked Kai that. Reimagine your beliefs about boundaries. As you practice what could go wrong, it's important to consider that things could and often do better than expected. In this exercise, I want you to consider something positive happening. I want to stay at a hotel when I visit my family. Challenging thought. They'll be hurt and disappointed because they're used to me staying with them. Oh, that's relatable. Positive possibility. My family will understand my desire for space and will be able to have a nice visit that feels less tense for me. Okay. So I don't know. This is so weird. I have a book of to help with boundaries, and yet I don't know what boundary to set. It's kind of situational. At the moment, I can't remember because I have trauma amnesia. I don't really remember my pains. But what would you guys say for this? I saw the past entry exam and it's pretty easy. I just gotta pass. I'm in 9th grade. I just passed 8th grade and I gotta give 8th grade entry exam to pass, which I technically have already. But wish me luck. Wow, you're in 9th grade. That's crazy. So you're how old is 9th graders? So if you're 15 in 10th grade, that means you're 14, huh? Yeah, good job. Well, what boundaries would you guys set? Oh, actually, I remember. But Cause sometimes like there's some, you know, some I don't know what it's called, like hangouts that last for hours and hours on end. Like the people enjoy that and it's healing for them, but for me, I don't really. I'm okay the first few hours, but then towards the end, I'm just quiet, like dead. Like I don't know what to say. My brain's fried. And it feels like a chore more than it's fun, and yeah, I start to resent it a little bit. But you can't really leave that kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know what other boundaries to set though. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Sajida Bari, welcome to the stream. How are you? It depends on what you feel comfortable and uncomfortable with. For example, you can tell stories about your family, but don't feel comfortable in telling their identity. Yeah, that's true. Or you could say, I'll join online classes, so I wouldn't want to make you guys uncomfortable with the noise. Oh, but it's winter break. They'll be like, yo, this person's capping. Or it could also be the opposite of that. Depends on you. Yeah, true. These are good suggestions, guys. Yeah, I don't know if I have any other boundaries to set. It's just like, in general, I don't know how to deal with certain things in certain situations. But it's hard to even remember those situations. I don't even know. You can also put like stranger boundaries or fan viewer boundaries. Oh. I guess I do have boundaries like that. Like I don't tell people my age or like my specific age. Even though I show like all my studying stuff, like yeah. But also my face. I don't really show my face, but I am willing to show my face if I reach 100,000, just because I don't feel like that's reachable for my channel, just because I don't really invest too much other than live streaming, which is super easy. You just put on the live, turn it off, and that's it. No editing, nothing involved. But it's possible. I mean, I've seen some live streams that are like this YouTuber had like 600,000 subscribers just by doing live streams. But that's crazy. I don't know. I might show my face, but I don't know. That also sounds very daunting. Like 100,000 people, and I'm definitely gonna get haters. It's nice how my channel is kind of small, but it's also like the daily people who are really nice joining the stream all the time. I'm definitely gonna miss this if I were to get more famous. So I don't really look for that. It's only for the sake of accountability. Right now, the channel is wholesome. So. Ugh, this pen is so bad. It's just so sad. Like, I just got it. Like, my friend gave it to me. Don't worry, you'll make it. Just believe in yourself. Don't worry, my goal for the next 5 years is for my non-existing YouTube channel I've never posted on. It's 1 million, so girl, you're fine. Maybe if you show your face while doing study with me, you'll reach 100,000 subs. That's true, but I would feel so insecure. I'd be like, nah. I have to put makeup, and then if I put makeup, I'm gonna feel kind of weird, because apparently makeup is the verge, but then I'm reading the sealed nectar while, I don't know, it's weird. I get you, girly, but come on, I don't think anyone would want to be ready every day just to study. Exactly, like you have to also wear hijab if you're a Muslim, and also like it's nice that like when I'm studying and stuff, like people they don't immediately tell that I'm a girl. Like some people like have to ask, like, are you a girl or a guy? So that's a perk on my end. This androgynous voice has its perks. Anyways, repeat after me. I'm not responsible for how people respond to my boundaries. I am responsible for setting and honoring my boundaries. If my relationships end because I set boundaries, it's a sign that the foundation was cracked. Oof. That's so sad. Because, I don't know. I think I'm the one I'm the one who has that cracked foundation in me. Like, if someone sets a boundary with me, I get hurt too fast. But it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be okay. But I don't have that kind of experience with boundaries. Like, okay, this is not supposed to be me. I get it. But still, like, you still get hurt because in healthy relationships, I can set boundaries without fear of retaliation, cutoffs, or manipulation. This is something I wish I could say, but I'm so scared of retaliation. Like, what if they say, oh, well, you do this. Oh, well, you do that. Like, how come you're setting this boundary, but you disrespect my boundary? Which, obviously, like, at some point, like, I'd be like, you're right, and I will try not to do that. We could come to an agreement. But that means I gotta be on my best behavior, and that's really hard. Like, I'm the problem. And then manipulation, it's like, are you sure you want to go there? Like, or if you want me to like comply to what you're saying, then you can't have this anymore. That is definitely manipulation. And it can happen so often. It has happened so much in my life. Like some people, they're like in charge of my education. They're like, well, I'm not gonna help you with your education anymore if you don't do this. I'm like, oh, I better comply now. It just became like a muscle memory at that point to obey everything. There was a girl 5 years ago, study vibes. She was German, and you guys know how disciplined they are. And she would do 8 hours of streams every day. She's the main reason I got into college. No way! I would study English on her streams. But yeah, you are right. Sorry for long text. No. It's really interesting. Thank you for sharing that, Kamal. Dang. So what happened to that German girl who studied so much? Is she successful now or what? Hello, welcome to the stream, Ghosty. Sometimes I wonder how it feels to be in a relationship, because obviously I never dated anyone because I'm underage, but I never understood relationships. Like, girls around me are like, they're like, I'm in love. Like, girl, you're my age. I feel nothing except pity for your toxic relationship. Bro, that's so real. I've never been in a relationship either, even though I'm not your age. But it's like, it's still really scary just to think about it. Like, I guess I could sort of relate just because, like, I had friendships, but not with the opposite gender, just like my gender, like a platonic friendship, but it could still feel sort of like the same as a relationship because it's still, even a relationship, like a romantic one, is still a friendship in some ways. It's built on that, you know? And then you could practice boundaries with either platonic or romantic relationships. Hey, how do you study so well? I'm kind of failing a grade. Oh, so the regression analysis is that like the pattern is that the more hours you study, the higher your grade is gonna be. So just put in the hours, put in the work, and you're gonna pass no matter what. Even if you practice 10 hours a day and you get like an 80, you would have failed or gotten a lower grade if you didn't practice 10 hours a day. And it's not about the hours, it's about the effort you put in each hour. So you're gonna make the most out of your time, but you also have to put a lot of time in it. It's not just the quantity, but also the quality. So the quantity and quality of studying is how you're gonna pass your grade, all like every single one, every single time, and not just towards the end, right before an exam, but throughout the entire thing, so you don't overwhelm yourself. Yeah, and of course, Ghosty, I hope you pass your grade or whatever you're failing in. Yeah, like, what do you mean you have to text you back or I'm toxic? Like, dude, I don't want to text my friend and she doesn't care, and who are you to say that? Yeah, it's aggravating, but you know, if you don't respond to somebody, that's not that's not mean, okay? Like people gotta understand like others have lives and they're busy and stuff. And or maybe they just don't feel like it. That's something that you have to tell yourself is not it's not like done in order to hurt you, you know? Sometimes if there's an option to assume better in people, then you should go through with that option instead. Be like, okay, they don't hate me. I know it's harder said. It's easier said than done though, for sure. Like I've been there myself. Be like, oh, this person hates me. They replied 1 second late, but then I realized, oh, they just, they were busy or something. But it doesn't have to come to that conclusion every time. You have to be secure in yourself. You have to understand, like, oh no, like this person, how they react towards me doesn't determine my worth. You know. But inshallah, we get there. It's not easy. Oh, she became a professional biologist or chemist or something. She doesn't do students anymore since 2 years. Wow. Dang, that's awesome. Yeah, Germans are really good at studying. I hope to be like that too. Honestly, I study only 2 hours a day, but 8 hours a day is like a whole lifestyle, man. That's awesome. Okay, step by step, setting boundaries with challenging people. So it's not just the basic boundaries anymore. It's the challenging people. That's also my dad. So assertive, restate the boundary as needed. Assertively. I said what I said. But it feels so hard though. Like the challenging people are the ones you have to have more respect with. It's kind of ironic, I can't be too assertive without being kind towards them. Correct the violation in real time. Don't let the opportunity pass and then mention it later. Say it in the moment. I actually didn't do that. But then, I don't know. Being defensive is what makes them more mad. But I think I could try this. Be consistent with implementing your boundaries. For sure. This is something very important. Otherwise, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, this person's not playing around anymore. This person has grown. Accept that they, although difficult, are entitled to their response even if it's different from the one you'd like. Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything too much, with challenging people. If they're challenging and you know that already, like you can't expect anything good from them. Feel like, all right, how do you expect expectations set to zero with people like that? Choose not to take it personally. They want to do what they want to do. Yeah, for sure. You're asking them to do something uncomfortable that's likely difficult for them. Yeah, manage your discomfort. Oof. How do we do that though? Hey, I have to go, but I'll leave a like and subscribe. Bye, and thanks for the advice. Of course, Ghosty, have a good rest of your day. It's probably gone now though. I just wish my best friend was a guy. I guess Americans LGBTQ don't relate to this problem. Really? It's a joke, by the way. Not. Wait. Americans LGBTQ. How does that not relate to this problem though? Oh, I guess that makes sense though because LGBTQ they get to do what you want, and then they don't really wish for that since they get to do it. Is that what you're trying to say? That makes sense though. Like you really love your best friend that much that you wish they were a guy, so it'd be more halal to be closer to that person. That's actually so sweet though, Kai. Like you're such a good friend. Like that's how deeply you love somebody. But it's important to differentiate like what attachment is from what like a deeper desire is. Like a lutli, like the people of Lot, that kind of desire. It's different from the kind of attachment that you have, I think, because I also have that attachment. Like, oh, I wish you were a girl, or like a guy, so that I could, have you for me only. Like if you get married, I'm gonna be so jealous like that. It wasn't supposed to be inappropriate. No, no, don't worry, don't worry. I'm not assuming that it is. Don't worry. I know what you mean, Kai. I feel that too. That's all I'm saying. Like that kind of attachment, you know, it's not inappropriate. But yeah, all I have to say is that sometimes when you get really attached, though, like, it kind of consumes you in a way. Like, I felt that consumption before. Like, you can't not think about that person. You can't be your own self. You have to take a break so that you could remember who you are again, and like kind of get in touch with reality, learn your hobbies again, be who you are again. But yeah, it's just like friends understand each other well and stuff. Yeah, makes sense. So exercise, decide how you want to respond to the people who are especially challenging to set boundaries with by brainstorming responses. By the way, I have an attachment issue, but luckily I only have it for a week. For some reason, everything about my emotions has a time limit. Because one day it'll be the worst day of my life, next day it'll be the best. You know, you're so lucky that it has a time limit. Because, you know, I'm worse than you. I don't have a time limit. Alright, I could be like that for years. And the entire 2025, that's what it was like. Could just complete consumed attachment. And then 2025, near the end of it, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna lock in, be who I wanna be, and that's just what I wanna keep it like, you know, in 2026. I'm not gonna feed that attachment anymore. I'm just gonna get over it. Like I had to be really intentional about it to heal from that, cause otherwise, I don't know, I'd still be consumed right now, and I'm so scared to like go back to that. Like if my mom yelled at me, I'm like so sad, and next day I'll be annoying her. No, that makes so much sense, cause you know, no one should yell at you. You're a good. You're a good person. You're a good daughter. So if someone yells at you, it's not right. Even in my opinion, which I barely know you, but still, I could say that for sure. Well, what would she even have to yell about you though? Like you're doing so well in your classes. You're, I don't know. Yeah, definitely. That's a little suspicious now. I got no emotions. Really, come on. I mean, I kind of doubt that. You're you have good emotions, right? You have empathetic emotions. Is that an emotion? I don't know. Anyways, uh, bro, I I don't know what to write for these examples, man. There's just so many. I skip school sometimes. I mean, sometimes I tend. Yeah, positive. That's a positive way to rewrite that. You attend sometimes. That makes you look better than someone who attends every day. Like, okay, you're supposed to do that. Sometimes makes it sound like it's optional, but you still go. Oh my gosh, you're such a good daughter. When oh, this is supposed to be the name, bro. Okay. Alright, so gather yourself. Remember, practice is an essential part of getting better at setting and maintaining boundaries. The more you move through the workbook and familiarize yourself with different strategies, the more confident you'll feel about saying complicated things. What came up for you while going through this chapter? Nothing, honestly. My brain is empty. I don't know why. And because of I don't have to study much, my mom thinks I'm too free. True, but I get my mom strict too. But you know, Daisy moms are like, why'd you get 98%? Why not 100? Yeah, they could be really strict. And my mom's not that strict with grades and stuff, but my dad all the time he's just like, oh, why'd you get an F? Okay, that makes sense though. I used to fail my grades, but now I don't even tell them my grades, so they can't really yell at me for that. But my dad does yell at me like, oh, why don't you go to Harvard or something? Like that's so unrealistic, bro. But your 156 cousin got 100. That's so funny, bro. But I'm so sad. I'm so sorry that you had to deal with that. Like, that's so toxic, bro. Academic stress is real. You know, 98 and 100 is literally the same exact grade. They're both A pluses. Doesn't even matter. I never get any grades better than C in my college life. Really? That used to be me at some point. One semester I got 2 D's and 3 F's. Actually, 2 F's and 3 D's. It was a very bad year. Getting better at communicating your boundaries. In some relationships, we function with unhealthy behaviors for years. With unhealthy boundaries well established, many of us are unsure how to shift once we become aware of the need for change. We don't have to remain the same when you know better. The hallmark of wisdom is knowing when it's time to abandon some of your most treasured tools and some of the most cherished parts of your identity. Wow. But then, I don't know. I guess I'm not wise then. I don't want to give up who I am. Like, if I'm scared of people, and I don't want to not be like that, then I don't want to change who I am. I just avoid them. But that's not a sustainable way to live. My best is C. Well, you know what they say, C's get degrees. She'll be yelling at me for getting that, and the next you know, she's bragging about my grade 12 family members. Like, how do you know she isn't completely disappointed? I don't know. It's like she's being mean on both ends. Like, she's not even happy about you, but then she's bragging to other people, and then they're gonna tell their kids. It's a toxic cycle. Maybe my academic choice would be like, be a doctor or be homeless, according to my mom. I know she's trying to be realistic. That's a manipulative ultimatum, just like they talked about in this book. Like, you shouldn't force people down such a route, but at the same time, if I hadn't just invested a whole life on becoming a vet, like as my passion, I probably wouldn't have. I don't know. It's like it opens the door for a lot of doubt. Like, maybe I would have been more successful if I had known exactly what I wanted to do, which I did, but that's like, I don't know. When you're passionate at a young age, like, it's not gonna go anywhere too successful. But who knows? I just try to, like, just say yes and go on with your decision. My decision. That's so nice of you, Kai. Like, you're the one who has, like, actually healthy boundaries with your mom, because you're able to, like, um, you know, I don't know. Like, you seem like you don't need this workbook because, like, you're able to handle that pressure. At some point, though, I feel like that might be unhealthy because maybe you'll get overwhelmed by her being like that all the time. But I don't know. Hopefully, your mom's not always gonna be like that. Hopefully, she'll be chill once you're older. Cause that happens sometimes. When the parents get old, they tend to relax a little bit. But yeah, they're still hardened in their ways. One of my favorite phrases is "until today," which is also the title of a book by Yanla Van Zant. In my life, I interpret it as meaning that even though I may have accepted something or engaged in certain habits for years, I can choose to stop now. There's no rule saying that we have to stay the same just because people expect us to never change. That's so beautiful, bro. I had like a real bad like gaming addiction, but also it's not only gaming but like just like an online addiction, just talking and chatting on Discord. But once I just chose to stop and I stopped. Like it was hard, but like I stopped that. And honestly, some things are really, you know, spontaneous, but they're like the best things you've ever done. The best changes you've ever made in your life. Throughout life, we go through so many changes from childhood to adulthood. We experience countless shifts in interests and needs and how we respond when they're not being met. It makes sense because we were never finished evolving. That's actually sad though. Like, we have needs, but they're not being met though. And I have a lot of needs that's not being met right now at this moment. Like, just like guidance. I think I need a lot of guidance how to do things, but I don't have anyone to show me like that. Even if I have YouTube with ChatGPT, it's like I need some real life guidance. You know, someone physically there, but I don't know, I'm too shy. Important reminder: some of the people you have problematic relationships with will never change. Sad. That's a sad reminder, but it's important. Yeah. When you accept people as they are, you can consciously decide if you want to continue in the relationship. If you aren't ready to leave a relationship, being aware of who others are will help you determine how you show up in the relationship. You have choices. You can be different even if they won't change. Self assessment: are you prepared to set new boundaries in your existing relationships? Where are you currently functioning? Rate the statements below on a scale of 1 to 5 to describe where you are in your boundary journey. At the end, add up your total score. Okay, rarely, occasionally, frequently, most of the time, and always. I believe that healthy boundaries are important for relationships, for sure. I believe that I'm entitled to have healthy boundaries in my relationship. Yes. I believe that others are entitled to have healthy boundaries with me. Yes. I'm comfortable communicating my limits and expectations to others. This is sad because I should be able to feel comfortable in that, but honestly, I'm kind of confused what my limits and expectations are myself. What is it for you guys in the chat? Let me know. Like, how would you communicate your limits and expectations? My mom's a little bit controlling, but not like too much, cause she's just like have an academic that is safe. That's true. That's true. That makes sense. Like, cause you said that your mom was really nice to you, right? But in terms of academics, she's a little stricter, just cause you know she wants the best for you in that regard. But I think it comes from the fact that a lot of brown women in the Desi world, they don't have their own education. That's what keeps them trapped in certain abusive marriages. So she doesn't want that for you. But it's not. It's also toxic and detrimental to push someone too hard in their academic goals. Even if they're doing good, like, you shouldn't be disappointed like that and then brag about them to other people. Like, it's one thing to brag about them, it's another thing to brag while hurting them too. Like, you can't expect to brag while being mad at them. Like, that's not fair. And bragging is not good either. There are so controlling parents in Pakistan, especially towards girls. Like, there was this time a random auntie came to our house and was just like, "Oh, how old is your eldest daughter?" Random auntie, bro. Worrying how others might respond impacts my ability to set healthy boundaries. I feel comfortable restating my boundaries to others. Like, I'm uncomfortable saying it the first time, let alone restating it. Come on now. Come on now. Be realistic. That muscle of mine is so unused. It's like, if you show this as my hand right here that I'm flexing. Oh, that's an ugly ass hand. Oh, I mean, astaghfirullah. This is my arm here. That muscle is like, wee, so tiny. But it needs to be flexing this way and that way so that the muscle one day can grow like this. Yeah. Show that you work out that boundary. Communication. No more anxiety. I can choose to act in my best interest. Well, I know I could choose that, but to some degree, your nervous system is so in control that you feel like you're not in control. Like, your nervous system is like hardened, in a way that you don't feel in control. But you understand you can change that by neuroplasticity. It's not gonna be easy without consistency. People are aware of my needs? No, because I don't communicate them. I should. When my needs change, I communicate them. No, I need to though. I feel comfortable asking for support. Not at all. I'd rather fail an entire class of entire semester than to ask for help because I feel too scared and too stupid. But thank God for ChatGPT. I'm so lucky, so fortunate. I could not be happier to be living in the year where ChatGPT is available to everybody. Even though I wasn't born when ChatGPT was existent. Oh, she's blank years old. Then the auntie said, I got my daughter married when she was in 9th grade, and then she has 2 children. And I was like, that's illegal. But my mom said, no, she's still studying. I was literally side-eyeing that woman. Thank God I never saw her again in my house. Yeah, thank God for that, bro. Like, that's so scary. Like, how could she be advocating for child marriage? I think because the culture in Pakistan is to brag about whatever you have. And if they don't have any accomplishments in life, then all they have to talk about is getting their kids married at a young age to be a housewife with kids, even if they didn't want those kids. It doesn't matter. That part they're not going to say, but they're going to say that's an achievement to have kids and have your kid married. And if your kid's not married, then I have something over you. I could brag. It's like a culture. It's a really toxic Pakistani culture too. Brag about whatever you have, whatever you can. I'm scared of ChatGPT sometimes. When I ask a question, it understands what I have in my mind. Yeah, that's the thing though. Like, it is scary for sure. Like, for me too. I'm just like, how does it know that though? But that phase is gone a long time ago. It's been a long time since that feeling came. Because I used it so much. But yeah. Anyways, scoring. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 13, 16, 21, 26, 31. You're doing a good job. Continue to improve the skills that you have. Really? I don't feel like that was 31 though. I don't feel like that was good. So let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35, 40, 45, 50. Did I do the math wrong? What the heck? sometimes you do a good job, other times it's like on the principle. So I'm not healthy and secure yet, but I'm doing a good job, so that's good, I guess. Focus on gaining more foundational skills, such as building boundaries, understanding the importance of having healthy expectations, and learning how to communicate your needs. Your journey has just begun. Hmm. Wait, this is. I don't know. ChatGPT is a little bit too good at its job. Bless you. Bless you too, Kamal. Muslims say when they sneeze, Alhamdulilah. Yes, yes. And then you say Yarhamkullah, and then I say Yahdikum wa yuslih balakum. Correcting boundary mishaps. Implementing too many new things at once. Learning new information can make us excited to share what we've learned and put it into practice. Often, we have so many new expectations that we attempt to share them all at once. But if you express too many of your needs at the same time, the other person will be unlikely to be receptive. Will be unlikely to be receptive. Stating the problem without sharing the solution. Instead of stating the boundary, perhaps you share your issues. That's a step towards something, but it probably isn't clear enough to either express what you need or to actually say no. Being aggressive. Perhaps you yelled, screamed, cursed, or betrayed someone, or berated someone because you wanted to be heard. Aggressiveness makes a bigger problem than the problem you're trying to solve. Being inconsistent. The key to getting people to respect your boundaries is consistency. Exactly. That's the thing that I like the most. Like I've been wanting to do sourdough bread for a long time. We have to feed it consistently. That's sourdough. That's why I never done it. But if I am able to master consistency, I think I could fix my whole life. When you are inconsistent, upholding your limits and expectations, people will be inconsistent in honoring them. That's so true. This is so true. In this exercise, identify a few scenarios where you experienced a boundary mishap. Hmm. Okay. Can you guys hear me now? I was. Yeah? Okay. That is a funny story. Okay, good, good. Thanks for confirming that, Kamal. Dang. So you're Hafiza since you were 9 years old or what? That's crazy. I wish I were Hafiza. Like, I wish I could memorize Quran. Even the Quranist, how much Quran do you know? But I bet you already memorized the whole Quran since that's your only that's your whole religion. the thing is sometimes like I memorize like just like from a long time ago. I've been doing hifz since I was 10 years old, right? So 1 year older than you, but um, I memorized some that since then, but I forgot a lot of it. So yeah, that's something I'll have to be consistent with. I don't memorize at all. Oh, I see. I see. That makes sense. It's hard. It's hard to memorize, but I think you're so smart because you used to get straight A's. Even if you struggle with it now, like if you get back on your horse, if you get back to how you used to be, you could definitely do it. The Quran was made easy for people. It took me 4 years, technically 5. Dang. SubhanAllah. So you've been Hafiz for a year now, right? That's amazing. Or wait, when did you start? If you were you Hafiz at 9 or did you start at 9? That means you started Hafiz at 5? That's crazy. I'll come following the mishap. Mishap. I'll come following the mishap. Corrective action. Then completed at 13. Oh, okay, so you started at 9. I see. That makes a lot of sense. Come on, I don't think that's how you like recite the Quran. I recite the Turkish translation of surahs when I do my praying. Oh, Kamal is actually Quranist, so he doesn't follow the, the traditional Sunni way of praying like we do. But yeah, I guess it's because, you know, it's better to be Quranist than to be completely non-Muslim though. Like that was the kind of options that he had for himself because it was hard to believe in the full Sunni Islam because he's not comfortable with certain hadith. I wish we could go over those though. If you want to, we can, but that is optional. You don't have we don't have to if you don't want to. And it's not like we could ever convince you to change your beliefs, right? Because that's just what you want to believe, and everyone has a right to believe whatever they want. Yeah, because when I recite the Arabic version when I pray, I don't understand what I'm saying when I'm saying it. Oh, that's kind of relatable because, you know, I read the translation all the time, like قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. Say there's no God but one God, right? I don't even know the translation of that unless I read it. Then it makes sense. But I know it's talking about one God. Allahu Samad. Allah. What does Samad mean? Bro. See, I don't know that. I know the translation of Surah Fatiha. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulilah Rabbil Alameen. All praise and thanks due to the Lord of all worlds. Ar-Rahman Rahim. The most merciful, the especially merciful. Maliki Yawmiddin, the king and owner of the day of judgment. Okay, now I don't know the translation. See, we gotta learn the meaning so that we could recite with khushu in our prayers. Shifting gears, if you allow your boundaries to be violated because you're afraid or uncomfortable, you'll continue suffering. When you're ready to implement new boundaries, do so slowly. Start slow and address one at a time. It's often helpful to start with the issue that troubles you most. Prioritize the important boundaries first. And once you've been successful with one, move on to the next. Let's take a look at some critical boundary areas. Think of something that has been allowed to occur for a long time and decide what boundary you'd like to set to change the situation. Remember to start your statement with I want, I need, I expect, or I will say no to. Bro, this is such a bad boundary. Like, how do you put that out there and then not expect to get hurt? Like, how do you tell someone I expect you to respect me, but then that kind of puts in their mind like, oh, you're highlighting that, so the disrespect, I might just do that. If I don't know, I'm so unhealthy, bro. Friendships. Um. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. We only believe you and seek help from you. Yes, yes. Kaikata, all my Sunni elders say the same thing, and they tell me I'm not a Muslim. Qul means say Allah, means Allah. Ahad means only. I only know like important words that repeat a lot. That's good though. You guys know like the basics, like, you know, like even I don't remember it, but if you remind me, then I'll remember it. Like, oh yeah, Qul means say. Huwa is he. Huwa Allah, he, Allah. Ahad is one. We, as long as you have faith in Allah, it's fine. They shouldn't say that you're not Muslim though. Yeah, only Allah I seek help from, but Sunni people seek help from Muhammad Prophet too. We should respect and love Muhammad Prophet, but not seek help from him. Yeah, that's so true, Kamal. You're right about that. I don't think you're Quranist though. Like, you're right that people, they fall towards this thing where they seeking, um, what do you call it? It's like I forgot the word, but they're like trying to seek intercession from Muhammad Sallallahu, but you can't do that. He's passed away, you know? Like, if you want to seek intercession, like, ask the Prophet Sallallahu for something. Why not just ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who's the actual king of all kings? People that go to his grave and they act really disrespectful. They say, oh yeah, Muhammad. Because obviously there's an ayah in the Quran that says like the martyrs never die. Obviously, it's true, martyrs never die, but they're dead in a way, they're alive in a way that's not like living in the way that we are living. So you can't ask them for things like that. But obviously you could say Assalamu alayka ya Rasulullah when you go to Medina and you come near to his grave and stuff. Yes, but you know, it's not the same as asking him for things, you know? You don't make dua to Muhammad sallallahu. That's bad. And you have a really good point, Kamal, that makes a lot of sense. That you shouldn't ask, you should love and respect him, but you shouldn't ask him for anything, like intercession. Yeah, I completely agree with you on that regard. I don't want to argue or anything, take everything as I say with respect, but Allah said in the Quran that as long as you follow the Quran and you protect whatever Rasulullah left, that you'll always be in the right path. You're also right, Kai. Like, the Quran and Sunnah, that's everything that Islam is based upon. So, you know, you should follow those two. But I think what Kamal is referring to is the kind of bid'ah in the Turkish community, which is actually really common. I think because they have a lot of Sufism that they're trying to preach a version of Islam that's not actually accurate. You know, it's like you think it's Sunnism, and it is because they, you know, to some degree follow the Quran and Sunnah, but they also add a bit of innovation to it that's not actually correct. So instead of following that innovation, I think what Kamal is doing is following just the Quran itself because he wants to stick to what's true. But, you know, there are versions of Islam that's actually true with the Quran and Sunnah without the bid'ah. So that's the path that you're seeking. And I hope you find that path. You know, the middle path that Islam is based upon is the correct path. So inshallah we all find that correct path, and, you know, may Allah guide us all. Yes, Julia, I'm like that. Yeah, see, I get you. You don't want to reject the hadith or disobey the Prophet ﷺ, but you don't want to have like a like a like the truth for what it is, not just an altered version of it. And that's the case for everybody. Everyone wants the truth. So refresh your boundaries as needed. We don't say the same, and neither do our needs in relationships. We don't stay the same, and neither do our needs in relationships. As you change and become more self-aware, it makes sense that what you need or don't want will change. In 2020, the world experienced an unprecedented shift caused by COVID-19. Many people had to adjust their boundaries and expectations during that time. Home became the hub for work, school, exercise, and so much more. And if you shared your space with others, accommodating everyone was an additional stressor. Restructuring boundaries in the pandemic is how many people were able to survive. The 3 C's: clear, concise, consistent. To ensure that you're setting effective boundaries, ask yourself these questions. Was my boundary clear? Was I paying attention? Did I state what I needed, say no, or set a limit? Was the boundary concise? Did I over-explain myself or use complicated language? Oof. Man, the person in my life that I don't talk to at all is my brother. And I can't even set boundaries because, like, how could you set boundaries with somebody you don't even talk to? Like, that's like jumping, like, that's like a kid being born going straight to walking. We have to crawl before you walk, you know? I didn't even crawl, bro. It's been a long time since I actually, like, conversed with him so that I am able to set boundaries like, hey, do you mind filling up the toilet paper when you use it all sometimes? Or I don't know, replacing it, putting it actually inside where the toilet paper goes instead of putting it on the sink where it gets wet and stuff. I have so many complaints. I don't even say it though. I don't want to always be in the right path. Yes. By the way, random, but did you know that between Sunni and other types of Islamic types have a lot different perspective about divorced people? Wait, really? Tell me more about that. I didn't know about that. I thought everyone viewed divorce in one way, despite all the different sects of Islam, where, you know, there's Sufism, Sunnism, Shiaism. Like, if Sunni wants you divorced, you're divorced. You had 3 chances. Yeah, I know that part. That makes sense. That's, like, what I follow. But, I think for Shia, it's different, right? Because they do muta. I'm not sure how often they do it, if it's common. It's like a temporary marriage type. Super weird. That's why we're not Shias. But in some other types, there are certain ways you can get back. Pixie! Hi! Pixie! I think I'll stop here just because I did this for a long time. Oh, wow. This book is actually so long. I mean, this chapter. Oh, wait, no. It's only 2 more pages. But, I don't know. I kind of want to stop here. For this one, at least. I could go to physics after this. Where's Yuki? I don't know where Yuki is. He had a very croaky voice today. Like, he was being so weird. He's like, wah. Like, he doesn't sound like that usually. Pixie. Luca was here early in this stream. He was in the beginning. Pixie, mommy, when will you be free? Yeah, I've been studying for a long time, so. Hi, hello, welcome back, Alien Cockerel, Kit Kat Wendy. Yeah, she's so tiny. Alright. Is it time for some physics? But it's gonna block Pixie now. Don't worry. I'll never block you, Pixie. Pixie, nah, you come here if you want. Yeah, she'll never come here for my pets. I have to go there. She won't even let me touch her. No, Pixie, I love you so much. Come back. Playing hard to get. Come on, bro. Perfect. How are you? I'm great, Elian. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing good as well. Pixie, ugh, peasants, for sure. She's this whole queen, a little princess. All the other cats, they let her have her food. Have their food. So she's really spoiled. Like, I'll be giving them treats, right? They'll be sharing one Inaba treat. And they don't even fight for it. They'll just let her have it. She's the only one who takes it all. Just woke up, lol. Nice. Hope you had a good sleep, a good rest. And that's what winter break is for. Get your rest in. Alright, so this is the first time we're gonna get into math for physics. But I think we have to go through all these things first. Like circular motion, centripetal force, waves, electricity, and then the light math. But let's say continue. And just continue in order. Perfect. Then we'll continue in the standard physics order, lesson 7. So, circular motion and centripetal force. So, why orbits don't fly apart, why turning requires force, why you feel pushed outward in a car turn. First, straight versus curved motion. From Newton's first law, if no net force acts, motion. Easy. Why are you so curious? She still won't let me touch her. Please, please, see. Okay, so any curved motion requires force. If something is turning, a force must be acting. What force is needed to turn? The force must point towards the center of the circle. It's called a centripetal force. So towards the center of a circle is a centripetal force. Center seeking, not a new force, just a direction. Example, gravity is a centripetal force for planets. Tension, centripetal force for rock or a string. Friction is for car turning. Important misconception, there's no outward force in a circular motion. So when you feel in a car turn, your body wants to keep going straight. Car pushes you inward, you interpret it as an outward force. That force is inertia, not real force. So orbits revisited, why doesn't the moon fly away? Because it has a forward velocity. Gravity constantly pulls it inward. Right? It can fly away if it wants to. Gravity is a centripetal force. Tiny intuition check, answer in words. When a car turns left, which direction is the real force? Acting on the car. After that, we'll do lesson 7, part B. When a car turns left, so it's like turning left, what direction is the real force acting on the car? Well, I'd say inward, right? Inward, but it feels outward because your body wants to go straight, but the centripetal force is pulling you inward as you turn. Right? Exactly right. Finally, I got this answer right. Random, but what is your favorite YouTube channel? Or like, what do you like to watch? Okay, so, oh my gosh, thank you. Dang, guys, look at this. My sister just gave me a cookie. I don't know where she got this cookie from. I didn't bake no cookie. I think she baked it. Dang, it's so warm. Wow. Wow. Pixie wants it now. Wow. Alright, so to answer the favorite YouTuber question, my favorite YouTuber is this Serengo. Her YouTube content is so aesthetic. Like, literally, I could watch it forever. And I have. Since I found her channel, I've never skipped a single vlog of his. It's so addicting to the point where, like... And the reason why is because I don't have my own YouTube, like, my own room and stuff. So anytime she posts anything, it's like she has everything that she wants. And she's not spoiled at all. She's not, like, ungrateful. It's so satisfying. Because, like... She gets whatever she wants, and she doesn't have to ask for it. It's kind of like living through her vicariously, you know? Sorry for not joining yesterday. I was very busy. Oh no, you don't have to apologize for that, Elian. Thank you for even joining today and stuff. You don't have to apologize. And I appreciate your presence anytime you join. Cats are amazing. Look how magical they are. OMG. I know, right? Oh, speak of cats. Another one just joined. They look so alike, it's crazy. Now I'm hungry. Yeah. She wants it so bad. Amma wants to see Yuki, so I'll bring him in. Did you look at my channel? I have to look at it. But, yeah. I'll look at it after the stream, inshallah. Did I just search it? It's kind of aesthetic. Yeah. It's so aesthetic, bro. It's not the most halal, you know? She's still non-Muslim, but it's more halal than other YouTubers, for sure. I'm like the type of person to watch chaotic videos. Wow. Who was Irene Kia? That's Anissa. Oh, oops, I accidentally doxed my sister. We got cats all over our village. Like, they come in different colors. They wander around in packs, like 12 of them. Oh my gosh, I've seen that in Turkey. They're so cute. And they're so big too. I've seen literally somebody fishing for real fish to feed the cats. That it was so wholesome. I really like it's funny. Especially their vlogs. I better check that out. If you want to search, you should search crew. Oh, okay. I thought the channel was called It's Funny. Alright. I'll definitely check that out. I also have to check Elian Cockrell's YouTube channel. But yeah, thanks for the suggestion. Do you stream on other platforms? Well, I was considering it, like, whatever other platforms allow it. But at the same time, I feel like it's better to be consistent on one. Because how can you stream on other ones if you only have so many hours in the day, you know? I think I'll just stick to streaming on YouTube. I was thinking of TikTok, but you have to have 1,000 followers first before that. That's not as easy as getting 50 subscribers on YouTube, though. What made you feel better? Just like, you know, going grocery shopping, being able to buy whatever I want today, surprisingly. And yeah, just unrelated things that make you feel better. What made that anxiety poo go away? It's still there. If I think about it long enough, it's gonna come back. But, you know, once you distract yourself, you feel better. The channel is called It's Funny, but I assumed you wouldn't really like gaming videos. But they post their vlogs on their crew channel. Oh, I was right then. I see. I thought I was just like writing down a comment. This cookie is really good. Well, I still gotta finish my physics though. What increase requires centripetal force? Speed. Double speed, much more force needed. Mass, radius. Car turning, orbit, rock on string. What satellites don't slow down in orbit? No friction, no force. Gravity only changes direction, not speed. So speed stays constant. Tiny check. Two identical cars take the same turn. Car A is slow, car B is fast. Which one needs more centripetal force and why? The fast one, car B. Because fast needs more force. Correct, and for the right reason. A clean physics sentence. B. Car B needs more centripetal force because higher speed requires a great inward force to change the direction of motion. I basically said that in a much simplified way. Do you like studying? I do like studying, actually. I would say it's kind of tedious sometimes when you don't know where to study or how to study, if you don't know if you're actually grasping any concepts that you're trying to understand at the moment. But once you do, it pays off so much. It's like, dang, I'm so glad I studied, you know? When you answer something on a test that you know you studied, it feels so good. So I do like studying. But not that I have any exams coming up. I just like studying in general because I want to understand things. You better master physics since you're taking that in the fall. I know, that's what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm so scared of physics in a real world setting. Not in a real world setting, but like a real classroom setting. Because I feel like I'm not going to understand that as much as if I tried to learn it by myself. Just in case, if you're going to watch them, you should watch their first time camping videos. Just because it's short and fun. And yes, I'm obsessed. That's really interesting. Thanks for sharing your favorite YouTube channel with me. Luca is crying. Dang. Sometimes my cats get panic attacks, so I don't understand any of your homework. Well, that's the thing. I don't understand it myself. That's what I'm trying to understand. So part C, what happens if the force isn't enough? If the centripetal force is too small, the object does not keep curving. It moves straight, tangent to the circle. Not outward, not backward, just straight. So examples you already know, car goes too fast, skids off the road. Rock breaks off string, so it flies straight. Satellite slows down, falls toward Earth. Same rule every time. While it flies straight, Newton's first law, object keeps their velocity unless forced to change it. No inward force equals no turning. So important correction, there's no centrifugal force in real physics in inertial frames. What people call centrifugal is your inertia resistance to inward acceleration. So quick intuition test. A rock is flowing in a circle on a string, like this. A string suddenly breaks. Which direction does the rock travel immediately after? Straight. Why? Because the centripetal force is too low. Basically right? What? How am I basically right? Oh my gosh, I wanted to be completely right. That's so sad. It's not the centripetal force that's too low. It's that it becomes zero when the string breaks. It's the same thing, low or zero. Like, it's still... I didn't know it becomes 0 though. He didn't say that last time. He just said too small. How am I supposed to know it's 0? I'm not cute anymore. No one likes studying. It's rather you study with a smile or cry about it. That's what once my teacher said. Oh, that's so sad. I guess there are definitely people who enjoy studying, but for me, that's more relatable. That you either do it smiling or sad. Cause I don't think I would study physics if I knew I didn't have to take it in the fall later this year. But I'm just studying in advance because I'm scared of that. I'm naughty in class. Really, Alien? Why? Or how? I'm like the most angelic person in class, and then I'll be talking to my friend the most matters. Ava, wait, and we'll be talking about BL series, and don't ask why. But I don't know what BL series are, but sounds like it's not so angelic. Alright, what just happened? When a wave traveled across the ocean. Oh, I didn't read any of this. So, lesson 8. Oh, actually, I'm done with lesson 7. So I'm trying to do one lesson every day. I thought I'd get to the math part, but it's okay. We're done with lesson 7 today. That's all that matters. I'm good now. That's good, Ellie, and I'm glad that you're good now. Alright, guys, I'm gonna call it a day now. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and it was really fun talking to everybody while studying, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, inshallah. And yeah, assalamu alaikum.